Baby, we here. Wednesday
What's
night. We a
happening?
little bit late, y'all. You know, Spreaker be doing some things, y'all. Spreaker be doing some things, but that's okay. As long as y'all still here
We say so
listening
many
to it.
things about Spreaker. Luckily, we haven't been shut down yet. They love us.
Listen, no, I didn't say anything negative. I just said some things. That could be good or bad. You can take it for what you wanted. But anyway, it happened, and now we here at 8:10. But we here, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. We really appreciate you guys. We love what we do, and each and every week we get a chance to do it with you. So that's what it is. We were talking and saying things. You guys missed it all, so we're gonna give you a little recap. I'll give you a little recap on what I was talking about. My daughter came back after being away for months. Her mom's a performer too, so she's from Kansas. So she was in Kansas for a month visiting her grandma and doing her mom's show, and she's back. So today's my first day seeing her since she's been gone for a month. So I'm super excited on Cloud 112. So that's just me. Doug got some interesting news though. Doug got a bike update. Give us a bike update on the Crackhead bike update in LA.
I think I'm on day 7 of having my bike not being stolen from the train station using a double locking system. So kudos to me. 1 point for Doug. Well, I guess it's 3 points for the crackheads. 1 point for Doug.
Gotta give them props.
Right.
Props are props.
Yeah, props. Yeah, that's all right though. That's and one props to the security guard that let them steal the bike in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? One props, shout out to them too. Courtney, anything exciting and new?
Yes. Okay, so my turtle died today. So
oh no!
We've had these. My family has had these giant turtles for 10 years, and one of them got sick like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and he just
a week ago
conked out. Shut up. Really? Really? I'm having an emotional fucking moment, and you're really gonna quote that right?
Every time I hear a week ago, I ask like, about a week ago. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Anyway, rest in peace to Rodney. My soul is weeping right now.
He's probably Rodney's probably in the Turtle Club. Turtle.
Yes, he probably is. That makes me feel better. We got this. You're so sweet.
Shout out to Rodney.
You and your gifts. All right.
You're watching on, right? He's watching on. Rodney's watching on, listening in. Yes. Right with here with us in spirit, Courtney. Don't you worry.
He's watching over us right now. This podcast will succeed because of Rodney. So rest in peace to my little dude.
Right, Rodney. Rest in peace to the little dude. Pour one out for the homie. Carlos, anything exciting and new?
Yeah. I was telling you guys, I was on Netflix on Joe McHale's show, so that was kind of dope seeing yourself on Netflix.
I saw that.
And then tomorrow was my puppy's birthday. So on Saturday, I invited all of his puppy friends, and we're having a birthday party. So I've just been making goodie bags for the dogs and like little cakes. I'm making a peanut butter, I think it's peanut butter walnut and watermelon cake for the dogs. And we're gonna have like a nice little birthday party at his favorite park. So that's coming up. And that's what I'm excited about is my dog's birthday party.
Oh, can you video it? I've never is this real life?
Yeah. So actually, we're doing that, and then for his friend, we have like a dinner before then. There's this little restaurant in Kirkland, Washington, where you can have dinner with your dogs, and like they have like a little dog station. And your dogs get like gourmet food, and then you guys can have like human food, or you can just go for the dogs. So we're doing that first. And then we're going to go to the park and just have like a little birthday. And like I made little bones. I actually sewed bones together and stuffed them with squeaker toys and like stuffed them with stuffing. And I'm going to hand those out. I have them in like the Seahawks pattern. And I'm going to hand those out as like goodie bags for the other dogs that came to the party.
So dogs are not fucking Seahawks fans.
I don't know. You have beggars can't be choosers. This is what my son is a Seahawks fan. Okay.
So you're gonna join this team. You're gonna be part.
And I just had that leftover material from the dog business, and I was just.
That's
let me just use.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, Carlos. I'm like, this is dope. I've never heard about this. Like, this is you're the first person, black person.
No, we've been to 3 this year. Like, it's a real thing.
That's dope. I didn't even know this exists. Because I know people.
Are you gonna videotape it or do it
video?
Well, you guys can actually follow my dogs on Instagram. It's at Oliver Grayson, and it will be on their live. So their whole birthday party or his whole birthday party will be on this live.
This is so dope.
Wow.
Dang. Also the whitest thing I've ever heard. Just gonna put that out there.
Studio City.
It's so Seattle. It's so Seattle.
Wow, you about to start a trend, Carlos. You about to start a trend. I'm like, wow, I've never thought about this before. Like, this is really like.
Well, your puppy deserves a birthday. I mean, I've bottle fed him from 4 weeks, so he's my baby.
Oh.
Listen, he is your baby, and nobody can tell you that he's not. And your baby deserves a party. You're absolutely right. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I need to MC. You guys need to MC for the doggy party. Fly me in, come MC the party. You know, I'm just, I'm putting it out there. I do doggy parties too. I'm about to start. Now that I know that they have them. Now that I know they have doggy parties, but you need an MC for that kind of party, a real one. You know what I'm saying? I won't put a dog costume on, but I'll make it real cute for you. No,
Like
we'll talk about it later.
what would be like? You're gonna start the party with who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
No, that's too expected. I'm gonna make something original. Like I'm gonna make something original.
Play some
I'm gonna put your
DMX.
dog on
When
it.
you be
I'm gonna put
barking and
Oliver
shit.
Grayson on it in the background. Something original. It's gonna be an Oliver Grayson original. No,
Love it.
you know how we do. We gonna go big. We gonna do it. We gonna go big. It's gonna be an Oliver Grayson original. You know that's how we do. We gonna keep your OG for real.
This shit's like
All right, guys.
tomorrow.
No, you said Saturday.
What?
He said Saturday.
It's Saturday. It's on Saturday.
Oh. Okay.
No, come on, Courtney. When there's a will, there's a way. We'll make things happen, baby. We'll put some tape on it, some hot glue, whatever we need. We'll make it happen. The party will happen. It'll go on. We'll make the signs, whatever we need. That's how you have a party, baby. You don't need party city. You need parties are us. You are us. Me and you. Us. Let's do it. All right, guys. We talk about this all day. We're gonna kick things over to Fuck Shit with Troy and Coco. Then let's get it moving. And that's right, guys. So our first segment of the day, of course, as always, our new segment, as you all know it, is called Fuck Shit with Troy and Coco.
Never know what we're talking about, by the way, guys. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay, yes, you definitely never know. And it's also, I like, how I get down. I like to go with the flow, and so I had one thing, and then everything shifted to something else. So today we're going to talk about. Today's topic is beware of the unknown frenemies. Unknown frenemies, and the reason why I say unknown is because there are the people that are in your life who seem like they belong there. Like, listen to what I'm saying. They seem like they belong there. Like they back, and they're there. They ride or die. They'll talk shit. They'll be there to talk shit about the other person you're talking shit about just to fit in. Even though you're just venting, but they want to feel like they're fitting in. Those kind of people that really, when the shit get going, they're really not your friends. They're just keeping an eye on you to see what you're doing, so that they can tell everybody else. That kind of thing. People who tend to, and I don't think it's two-faced because they really good at keeping that one face on.
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah, it's really good at being one because you really don't see the two-face nowadays. Especially with social media, you don't really talk to your friends in person that much. You talk to them through your text and social media. So now two-face is hard to be. But yeah, the unknown frenemies, those people that think you may think are your true supporters are really holding you down, but really behind the scenes really telling all your business or putting it out there. And I feel like those are the people that we need to be aware of in 2018 because we out here getting it. We out here and we getting it. And there are people who are in our lives for a reason and for a season. And some of those seasonal people think that their reason is to some of those seasonal people's reason is to come up pretty much, or somehow pull from you so that they can benefit. So yeah, I'm gonna put that out there. Start it off with that, and then we'll how we keep it on steamroll. But Court, tell me how you feel about that. First of all, you got some unknown frenemies. I know you got some unknown frenemies.
Of course I do. I don't anymore. I keep my circle very small. I have 2 best friends and 2 best friends only. So I don't really fuck with a lot of people anymore for that reason. I've had a lot of people that were my best friends for years and just fucking stopped calling me or stopped reaching out to me and, fell off the face of the planet. So I've had that happen where it's on the other end. It's not like they're talking about me or it's not like they're just trying to get a come up. It's more just like they just don't want to fuck with me. They won't tell me. So instead, I kind of got the upper hand, and now I read people a little bit better. And I really only fuck with like my 2 girls, and then just kind of I sit back and observe. I'm a very observant person now, so I don't know if I have them right now because I do have some other people that are in my life that are I guess associates. But I do know a lot of people that kind of feed off of a lot of good people just to either have a come up or to just gain something from, and it's fucked up, especially since like you said, we have social media now. and so it's very easy to be faked. So if you build your friendship on a phone call every couple of months and mostly just talking over chat and then hanging out every now and then, you can't really pick it apart until you're, balls deep in a
person.
friendship.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of sad now. But for me, I think I just kind of keep myself safe and keep my guard up, and I can avoid it.
Hello. You better avoid it at all costs if you can, because if not, you might end up getting stabbed in the back so deep it's hard to get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you said an important word, associate. I feel like I had to learn the hard way because I'm very friendly. You guys know that. I'm always 100% wired and shit and friendly, and it's
I haven't gotten burned
I had to
yet.
learn. Yeah, I had to learn how to understand that everybody's not your friend. I feel like if we have a serious conversation and we connect and we talk more than once and we may go out have a couple of we friends in my mind. And I have to realize, wait, hold up, they're not your friends, baby. They're just your associate. Because friends isn't you can't use that word lightly. Because if they're not somebody you can call, if you randomly go through the turnstile because you left your wallet at home and the police catch you or something like that, you can't call them to get you out the box, then bring that $20 down to get you out. They ain't your friend. I guess that's the best way to put it, because that's what happened to me. A little situation a couple of years ago. So yeah, I think that people tend to use the word very lightly. That's my friend, and the next thing you know, they're arguing and then telling each other's business. If y'all can throw each other's business out in public to each other, y'all not friends.
For real.
Y'all not friends. Y'all associates, because there's no way in hell I would publicly humiliate or publicly social media wise put my friend's business, personal business out online. I would not. I couldn't do that. What real friend you could do that to? They're your associate, baby. Come on. Just because you know people on social media, and let's be clear, just because they're your friend on Facebook, Instagram. I know MySpace is coming back. At MySpace, Tumblr, whatever, Grindr, Growler, whatever the hell. Just because they're your friend on social media does not mean they're your real friend in real life. Because y'all be friends with them on social media and y'all see them in public and won't say hey. So these people are not your friend. So just because you know them on social media and you see them in public, don't act like y'all really friends. Maybe say hey, get to know them there. Oh, we friends on Facebook, right? Oh, you such and such. Yeah, I follow you. You follow, have a conversation. To me, it will make sense because now you have that reason to have a conversation with people you are friends with on Facebook that you never met before. Versus weirdly, I don't know you. I see you, but you know what I'm saying? Now you can get to know people ahead of time. But don't be weird.
Like I always do on your show, because I'm fucking nosy. What made you bring this up? I feel like there's some deep-seated pain in there that's making this come up.
There's really, I don't think there's any deep-rooted pain. I really realized, I was in a reflection moment, and I started realizing that, there's certain people who look like they're playing the part, but they're really not. And, you just got to be cautious, because somebody like me, I'm a very naive person. I love big and I love hard. And if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I rock with you, I rock with you. So that's just how I am. And you may rock with me and be shady or do some other things behind the scenes that I might not know about. And I might not really pick those things up because I'm not that kind of person. I don't feed into negativity. I'm not I don't be looking for that. I'm always thinking positive. So it's always good. It's always, fill the roses and sunflowers until you cross me. But it was something that was on my mind, because I don't have frenemies, I don't think, but I do have some people around who I feel and who may be there in there, who may be there but not really there, but make it seem like they're there but they're not. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching, I see, just know what's up. I'm just I'm on the grind, I'm on the move, and I mean, I got to get to the point where I got to write down people I need to get back to. It's getting serious, So after a while, I have to get an assistant. Come on, but hey, God is good.
Very true.
Carlos, and then I want to hear from Doug. I definitely want to hear from everybody on this part, then we can kick it over. But frenemies, beware of the unknown frenemies. Do you have any unknown frenemies, Carlos? Or you got rid of them too, shook them off, but now you left them in 2017?
I don't have friends, so I think you need friends to have frenemies.
Bitch, who the fuck am I? I am your best motherfucking friend.
Oh, don't say that. My best friend Koi, she'll throw out.
Oh yeah, she'll cut me.
No, you're my radio sister.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call you guys. You're my radio. You guys are my.
Pacify me, but it's okay. I appreciate it.
Oh no, but no, for real. So me and she was an acquaintance, but the girl I'm doing my videos with now, we've been getting deeper into friendship, and she was just like, Carlos, you be cutting people off left and right. You ain't gonna cut me off, right? I was like, no, but if you start to do some shady shit, I will cut you off. And that's what I feel about frenemies. I feel like they're the closest people who used to be near you, and they know the most about you. So I just try not to create frenemies because I don't think they're good. And I like to fight. So it's just I might whoop your ass. I don't know.
Oh Lord, no, we don't need you going to jail again, Carlos. Come on, we need you in there.
No, it's legal. We'll just have a boxing. We'll have a boxing match.
Oh, so you're saying we're not gonna have a scrap in the street, but we can put the boxing gloves on and go to the ring. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
bang, bang, bang.
does that make it legal, right? If you just
It makes it
make
legal.
an official fight,
Or it's legal if they hit you first, because it'll become self-defense. Okay.
if you just both sign like a non-disclosure that you
Is
won't
there
sue each
sports
other.
betting in your state? I might have to take part in this.
I got $5 on them. Yeah. Okay.
Why do black people only have 5 on it?
Listen. Listen, that's what you can spend $5. You can get you a Starbucks coffee for $5. You can get
Troy,
you
you
like
walked right into that one.
I
get you
got 5 on it.
McDonald's meal for $5 now. Real meal for $5 at KFC. Come on. You can get you a Nick for $5 if you really ain't got no money. Move right along, Doug. Unknown frenemies. Do you have any unknown frenemies or frenemies? What do you think about all this?
I do have a couple of. They're known to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I do, which is cool. I came up the ranks, and both. I'm going to tell you 2 stories, and both of them are music related and music business related. So, coming up the ranks, playing in bands as a youngin, it was normal, and it was kind of expected that bands kind of work together. So, let's say, for example, Carlos or Troy or Coco, any one of you were like, "Hey, Doug, I'm going through fill in the blank city. What's the best place to play? Where should I go?" Blah, 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 blah. And we just kind of like share, we'd have like mutual contacts. And when I started touring as a young guy, there'd be kind of like one point person in the band that was kind of like the inside person. Could have been a guy, could have been a girl, whatever. And usually you kind of set maybe an hour aside in your day where you talked to that person and you kind of compared notes because venues were popping up and closing down so quickly. Okay. So I kind of came up the ranks in that was the norm where you kind of shared the Rolodex. You kind of shared your contacts. It wasn't that big of a deal. Right. So in the new space, I saw kind of things changing, and 2 things come to mind, both of them music related. One of them was, and I won't say this particular person's name, or in the next story, I won't tell you the band's name. But in this one particular case, yeah, in this one particular case, I had gone out and done maybe a run of dates. I don't know, maybe 20, 22 dates, something like that. And I had brought this guy out with me. So I was paying him, because he's a hired guy, side guy. But the only reason why he was doing the tour was he was really trying to poach my contacts. And he was, every time I would roll into a venue, and I don't care. There's enough pie to go around. It's not that big of a deal. But he was always the guy that was trying to book his band on the coattails of my band. So hey, I have a band too, and I'm going to be back here in 3 months,
Anybody talking to you, boy? Sit down.
Right. So he was one of those guys. So that was that. And I saw that coming pretty quick, and I, put him on notice, but the other one too was, and in fact, it was another situation where I had brought a band out, same thing, about 20, 22 shows, something like that. And we had done a region in the United States. And I brought this band under my wing because they had never really toured a lot. And I had done a lot of touring, so I had a lot of experience. And at the end of the tour, they didn't really, they really didn't thank me for booking a tour, which, takes it was like a month, almost 2 months worth of work before I could, it takes a ton of work. But what was interesting was at the end of the tour, we shake hands and everybody goes, la, 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 la. But what was wild was when I had hit them up about a month later regarding a date that I wanted to do with them. Now, granted, I brought these guys out and they're like, the opening act or whatever for a bunch of dates. When I had called in the favor the other way, what they did was they did the we don't book the band anymore. You gotta go through management. and they kind of basically turned really fast and tried to point me in the direction of they weren't going to help me after I had helped them. And so that was another one of those things where it's a good learning lesson. And I just kind of put that band also just kind of on the back burner, and I never flipped them another bone after that. Just like, nope, not anymore. So those are my two kind of like frenemy, unknown frenemy to known frenemy stories.
Listen, those are some dope stories. I'm sure some other people may be able to relate, but I love hearing your stories, Doug. I feel like you always, give us something to look like to listen to, but to really like pay attention to and be like, oh wow, I'm on this journey with you.
Right. Well, the other, maybe the other thing too is it's like for people, regardless of what your line of work is, whether you're a window washer or you're in the entertainment business or whatever it is you do, if somebody goes out of their way to help you, don't fucking forget. Don't play dumb. Return the favor and say, wow, that was great that you flipped me this bone. That's how we progress. That's how we progress as human beings. But and so I just say, if somebody does a favor for you, don't be a dick. Like, throw the favor back and be like, yeah, thank you so much. If you ever need anything, as far as contacts or numbers or whatever, and do it. Be
a man of your word.
Yeah, be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem.
I agree. Definitely be part of the solution, because there's too many problems already. We don't need no more.
Sure.
We don't need no more, okay? Be the solution. If you don't remember nothing we said today, do not be the problem. Be the hashtag solution, okay? Thank you.
That's right.
That
There you go.
for those words. Anybody else on these friends before we move it over? Because, I'm excited to see what Carlos got to talk about, because I feel like Carlos is back to himself. I don't know what he's going to be talking about today, so I'm super excited. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Kicking it with Carlos, y'all. Let's get it.
Oh, Troy. I'm halfway there. This segment is actually going to be educational again. Sorry, guys. No sex today. Keep it.
It's okay. We like education.
We
like education, sexual education.
Coco, don't try me. Don't try me, Coco. Don't try me. No, but actually, it's not really educational. It's kind of controversial. Because we have religious people in the panel, right? Coco, you are religious, right?
No, I am not.
I'm believing. What do you mean by religious?
Wait, Coco, weren't you brought up like a religion or no?
Yeah, Muslim influence, but I'm spiritual right now. So So this whole segment we're gonna talk about how we were brought up, and not what we are now. Okay.
Oh.
So just get that in your mind. And what about you, Troy?
Well, technically, I was brought up. I'm Black and Puerto Rican, so my Puerto Rican family was Catholic. And my Black family didn't really go to church. When I did go, I would say Baptist, but for the most part, that was that. But everything changed.
They only went on Easter and Thanksgiving, or whenever they were giving food out at the church.
Right. My Black family only went then, and then my Puerto Rican family only went during holidays too, like Easter and special stuff. They only went then too. So it was like none of my family ever actually. Nobody in my family on my side, immediate family, were church going people. God brought me to church at 13. I got saved, and that's how I got that's how I got into church, and that's where led my life to be where it is now.
That's awesome. No, that's dope. That's really dope. No, so today, the reason I was bringing up religion is today I wanted to talk about the difference like in between like when people, like when you have religious family members and they like quote the Bible to you, but then they're only using certain scriptures to like implement or like try to emphasize on what they're talking about, right? But then they overlook a whole nother side. I talked to you about it yesterday. So I have a particular family member currently living with me. If you follow me, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Uncle Buck.
I follow you, Carlos.
And they've just been using the Bible like yesterday. They're just like, you gonna go to hell because you reap what you sow. You don't live a right lifestyle, mind you. They've never lived a good lifestyle. But I'm not here to judge, But my question is, this is a part we didn't go over yesterday, Coco. When is it okay to disrespect your elders? Like, when does it become? Where's the point where I'm
Okay.
just not just
That's where we
gonna
going?
let you bitch me out? That's because I at some point I keep it real. So you thought I was going real educational, no. When can I fucking cuss my elders out? Like, because I respect them to a certain point, but you ain't gonna sit here and cuss me out in my own house because, bitch, we got another thing coming.
I'm so happy to respond to this.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
The reason I brought up religion and growing up is because we were all taught. I think a lot of us are taught, honor thy father and mother, respect thy elders.
Yeah.
And I do that to a certain. But when does it get to the point where, like, fuck the elders? Fuck.
That's because they try to. That's because they try to use it against us. That's when we have a problem.
Yep, exactly.
Don't get it twisted. Because you're an elder, you think you're supposed to get respect, but don't give it. Because that's where you got to twist it. The moment you cross the line,
it's a two-way street.
No, yeah, it's definitely two ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's two sides to the street, left, right, forwards, backwards, however way you want to go. If you cross the line of being disrespectful, it doesn't matter if you're old, young, it don't matter who you are. If you can be open, be disrespectful, you can get old, get cussed out. Don't disrespect. Everybody gets respect, and that's how I live my life. Every single person on this earth gets respect until you disrespect me. Then you're going to see what's up. Because I don't disrespect nobody. You're never going to see me
different from Troy, actually. For some reason. I expected Troy to answer completely different in this conversation.
I don't know. Everybody that knows me,
what did you expect Troy to say? Just like, oh, peace, love, and harmony to all.
Kind of.
Thoughts and prayers.
If you're disrespectful, you get it back. You get what you give. That's how it is in life. If I don't give that to you, then there's no reason. I don't deserve for you to even turn your mouth upside down to give me any negativity. I ain't with it. Nope. Keep moving. First thing is ignore it. Because when you ignore and walk away, my mother always told me a fool can't argue by himself. The biggest thing is to let him stand and look like a fool. But there's certain things that people say and do that's really disrespectful, and that's when you got to give it to them, Carlos. Give it all the way to them.
So Coco, when is the time that you can be like, "Fuck you, bitch! I ain't gotta listen to you," and it's your grandma?
The time is all the time. I swear. I was raised to speak my mind. I've always been like that. I was raised, yes, to respect, elders. I'm a respectful person. But the moment you disrespect me, it's all fucking fair game. I had this 80-year-old bitch. I swear she was like fucking 102. But she told me she was 80. And I'll tell you why she told me she was 80. I was like, I don't give a shit. Anyway, so I remember I was in this store and I was minding my motherfucking business. I was in Hobby Lobby, all right? I was chilling.
Wait. Pause. Not to cut you off. But that is the land of disrespect.
Right?
Especially if you're a person of color. Hobby Lobby, Joann's Fabric, any place, because you don't just think about who's just predominantly there. But every time I go there, I just gear myself up to get disrespected.
Somebody tries you, right?
They do.
I swear to fucking God. So I was in the Hobby Lobby in the line waiting to get checked out. I was minding my business, and this lady, I had purple hair because I always change my hair. So I had purple hair and I had my arms showing and I had my tattoos. And she was like, the Bible says you shouldn't desecrate your body. You should keep it the way you are. Blah, blah, blah. 27. Mind you, I only had 3 tattoos at the time. My body, my arms weren't covered like they kind of are now. So she literally tried me, and I was just minding my business. I didn't pay her attention for the first couple seconds she was doing it. Then she kept going on and on and on. And I swear, I don't remember what. I blacked the fuck out. I couldn't even tell you what I said to her. But then she was like, I'm an 80-year-old woman. I'm like, bitch, please. But she was like, I'm an 80-year-old woman.
You open your 80-year-old mouth to be disrespectful. The first 5 seconds, I didn't say nothing. And you're lucky I didn't say nothing because I didn't ask you a question. See, if I asked you a question, did I ask you about my tattoos? I didn't ask you anything. So I didn't ask you for your opinion.
I blacked out.
So when I didn't give you my time, you should have left it alone. But you continued to push the button. So then you got.
And I literally didn't recognize myself. I was so pissed. This happened. I don't even think I told my husband this. This happened 6 years ago. I was livid. But like I said, there's always an opportunity. There's a time and a place to fucking pop shit off at any time. If somebody tries you, and I don't give a fuck how old you are. You have to give respect to get respect, just like Troy said. He took all my words out of my mouth. So everything he said, plus my story on top, is my fucking opinion. There you go.
Right. All right. I got something.
He's gonna chime in.
So
okay, go ahead.
Here's my question, Carlos. So my question to you is, do you really care about that person's opinion?
I mean, do I really care about? Well, Well, it's not even about do I care about their opinion. It's just that it's the after effects of like if you make this decision, then the other family is going to come after you, and then people are going to be like, "Why did you disrespect them?" and this, that, and the other. So I really don't care about anybody because the only thing I have to do in this life is be black and die. So
come on, I ain't heard it in a long time. You know that as a kid. What you got? Stay black and die. Go ahead, I'm listening.
That's the only two things that I guaranteed have to do in this life. So no, I would say no to answer your question.
Then I would lower the boom.
Okay.
If you don't, then I would lower the boom. I would go nonstop and just check that person, and then they might think that you're if you don't care what their opinion is and you're not worried about that, then it doesn't matter whether they think you're a fucking asshole or they think you're the best person in the world. So you might as well draw the line in the sand and just be like, hey man, don't fucking bring up what I'm all about. Don't do it. Boom. And just lay it all out and then just let the chips fall where they fall. But that's true. Before I ever jump into that world, the first question that's lurking in my peanut brain is like, hey man, do I really validate this person's opinion? So, for example, if it was something my mom had said to me, and I hold my mom in high regard, and I would have a different approach, or if it was somebody that I didn't validate their opinion, woo, here comes the big guns. Look out! And
so let's change that to complete strangers, because this rolls into. I was talking about a family member earlier today. When I was running errands today, I didn't hold the door. I think we talked about this before. I don't believe in holding doors, bitches. You can hold your own
we talked about it.
Yes,
So I didn't hold the door, and this old lady was like, "Excuse you, you need to respect your elders." And I was really too busy, and I was listening to a podcast, so I kind of heard her, but I was like, whatever, and I just walked off. But I was just like, why do strangers like? Age does not do anything
Carlos,
for me.
The audacity of these bitches.
Yes. Oh wait, can I do a
Shameless
plug? Since I'm on my segment, so I have this segment on my YouTube that I'm doing with I Am Shakira. You follow her. Actually, she was on Real Shit Friday as the interviewee, and she was fantastic. But we have a show called The Audacity, and that's probably going to be one of them. The Audacity of Old Folks. Thank you for just giving me a new segment for my YouTube show. But it's every Sunday at 3 to 6 p.m. whenever we release it. But yeah, these hoes have the audacity to expect that. Well, and then even my friend Shakira, she said today, some old lady grabbed her hair. Like it's old people. Old people have this problem.
Grab doesn't touch her body.
And I think I said this on the show before. I said people who are over like maybe 72 just maybe needed to go.
Stop it.
Woo!
No, because we have different ways. Like they're grabbing her hair and they're grabbing, like even when I had hair, they used to grab my hair and like your response is you don't own me no more. Like you can't just touch me. But they feel like since they're older,
you're gonna learn today. That's the response, Carlos. That you're gonna be the one to get them together. Excuse me, ma'am. Let me tell you something. You will never do this again. Let me tell you why. That's it. Then they'll learn. That 78-year-old ass will learn, and they won't do it again. I'm just saying.
So, all right. So that's the first part of it.
Real quick, Carlos. Just before we roll to the next thing, we have a comment from Jesse in the chat, and he says.
Come on, Jesse.
He said, Coco, you'll love Portland. Everyone here has tattoos. Oh, my God. That is so welcoming because you would think
Everyone does have
you would
tattoos
think New Jersey is more progressive than it actually is. No, there's a bunch of fucktards here that are super judgmental, and I'm tired of it. So I'm so excited to dash over to the West Coast.
But Jesse, just also remind her, all those people who have tattoos are very white. Like
I think
you said white in a way, white with a C.
I'm okay with that. One love. If they are accepting, I don't care what color you are.
you got to be careful in Portland. They get stabbed on the trains.
Oh my God! Personal story,
is this Oakland?
No, have you not? They have a whole movie about those two girls, the Afghani girls that they tried to stab them on the train, and then the one guy like got stabbed for defending them. That happened like last year. Y'all didn't hear about that?
I did.
Crazy.
Way to be Portland's a Debbie Downer, Carlos. Like I'm all.
By the way, I'm gonna just drop this right here.
Jesse says,
Somebody got killed.
there's
Everybody
way
got killed. There
too-
was blood everywhere.
Hey guys, he
Love
says,
you, Jesse.
there's way too many white people here, but I like white people. White people
See,
are
I don't
refreshing.
say. See, just because I'm pro-black don't mean I'm anti-white. I just don't like to be predominantly the only person that's always black in a room. It's just very awkward.
Yeah, that puts you in a
Really
situation.
awkward.
It does.
learned to
I totally.
adapt.
Listen, I learned to adapt. You know why? I just can't. Everything I do, I take it over. Like I can't control myself. Like if I go into a room, it doesn't matter who's in there.
Just mold.
At the end of
You
the
know
day,
what? That's called gregarious. I learned that this week. I've been learning words in the
Aw,
dictionary.
Come on, new word.
words
How you spell
for
that? Teach me something new.
Carlos.
Big word, gregarious and gallivant.
Oh no,
Okay.
and
What was the other
ostracized.
one? You said ostracized.
Shut up. You know I'm working on that one still.
You are. You're struggling.
That's
You're
good.
struggling.
That's good.
Okay, so my second segment, I have like, what time is it? I have like maybe 5 to 6 more minutes. My second segment is it okay to show your loved ones or your friends and family tough love? And how do you show tough love? Coco and I hit on this yesterday. I just talk about my life. Shit, I be needing help. I use y'all as therapy. Is it okay to show tough love? I'll tell a story. So the story I keep referring to Coco is that my uncle who lives with me had like a toothache yesterday, and like we got into this huge argument, and I showed him tough love. I was like, even though your mouth's hurt, you know, I got you here. I'm paying on the bills. I'm doing everything to help you. You need to do something to help yourself. And I called Coco yesterday, and we talked for a little bit. She's like, yeah, make him help himself. So today he went to the doctor, got his tooth fixed, got it all.
Come on,
done, came back,
Uncle.
and he was like, I'm good. He even figured out how to take the bus system by us because he woke me up this morning. He's like, can you take me? I was like, nope, I got a lot to do today. I had an interview. I had an audition. I was like, I can't do it for you today. And he found out, and then he came back, and he's like, I'm doing a lot better. So I feel like, but it was so hard. Like I was crying because I don't want to. That's not me. I'm just such. I know I come off hard, but I'm such a big baby as far as like liking and loving
You
people.
care.
So
There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with
I really
caring.
do care. I really do care. So, but I was so happy, and I was like, "Oh, this tough love shit does work. Like, this does work."
Yeah.
What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about tough love? Does it work, or is it just you shouldn't do it?
I mean, that's how we got here. If we didn't get tough love, we wouldn't be who we are today. If it worked before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay,
Like-
so this is my second thing because I have also been told when I was going through foster care that being abused is tough love. And it's like, oh, I beat you because I loved you, and that's something that's very
Don't get that
that's
confused.
very. So what is tough love and what is just like verbal abuse or what's like physical abuse? Like there's a difference between tough love and abuse, and like how do you differentiate the two?
Any kind of action words that's going to involve physical hitting, a movement that's going to feel like a hit is not okay. First of all, that's not. It's not like you don't have to show tough love by hitting somebody or reprimanding somebody, or it has to be or yelling at them, being louder than they are. People think tough love means I'm louder than you are, so I'm going to utilize that. That makes me tough. Like you don't need that. Tough love is just saying, hey, like you said, I'm not going to take you to the dentist today because I have something to do. You can do it. Your legs work. You know what I'm saying? We here. We got you. It's a support team. Make it happen. That's you didn't hit him. You didn't get mad. You ain't scream. You just was like, look, bro, it ain't happening today. And so, that's tough love. It ain't got to be crazy. You ain't got to use profanity. You ain't got to hit nobody. You ain't got to use words that say you're going to hit somebody. You ain't got to do none of that. Just, be real and genuine and honest. The thing is,
Hey,
tough love
guys.
is honesty.
Yeah.
Jesse in the
Yeah,
chat
what,
says,
Coco?
nope, tough love is never abuse. I totally agree. I'm just tough all
Yeah.
around. I'm a tough cookie.
Yep.
If you don't know, now you
Rough
know.
edges.
For real. Coco don't play, y'all. She don't play.
I think
She run.
I think the essence of tough love really comes down to whether or not you're going to encourage that person to take responsibility for their own actions. So it's not it has nothing to do with corporal punishment or punching people or anything like that. Nothing like that. But the reality is, you find yourself in a spot where you can enable your uncle, which maybe sometimes is the right thing to do. And then on the other hand, when you step back and you say, no, I think he's a big boy and he can find his way. Clearly, he can get his way to the dentist. It's okay for you to. For you to gently push in the direction of him taking responsibility, and that's what tough love really is. All of that too, like from the dad perspective, a lot of that has to do with age appropriate consequences and age-appropriate responsibilities. And
I think
you know,
that's not to cut you off, Doug, but it's hard because you're talking about age appropriate. I'm not his dad. I'm his nephew. Like, this is a 52-year-old man. So how can I, as a 25-year-old man, be like, no, like, you need to go do this? Like, that's even awkward in itself.
But the beautiful part is where you actually won the card game was that you stepped back and you said, I'm not going to enable you. I'm not going to be that person for you. If it's an emergency, call me. Other than that, I'm going to encourage you, Uncle, to take responsibility. And I think that what you did was you set the precedent for the relationship. Had you gone the other way and you driven him and you enabled him, in quotes, air quotes, then guess what's going to happen next week? He's going to hit you up again and hit you up again. Yeah. So, sometimes tough love is hard because it's tough on the person. It's tough on both parties.
I want to say one thing before you guys move.
Go ahead. I'm done.
So basically I want to say to that too is like, at the end of the day, I know it may seem weird, Carlos, because of the fact that you're younger and he's older, but you have to think about it. You brought him to be with you because he needed your dependency to some degree. So because he needed you codependency, he needed your dependency in some way, codependent on you. He's gonna come to you and expect you're gonna have to be doing this type of tone. And you did it by what you're doing, by setting that tone. So you look at it's more so that way because it could be the other way around. It could have been, and you could be that person in the situation. Not saying we never was telling you, but it could be anybody, And looking at it from that point, if that's you, you know what I'm saying. You won't want somebody to tell you, Carlos, no, go take the bus, do what you got to do. You don't want nobody because if that people will enable you, you'll go as long as you can. So you won't want the same thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Real quick before you roll over, Jesse in the chat says, I think tough love means having boundaries to help. To how you help someone. That makes sense. You're just basically trying to direct someone put someone in the right direction, but sometimes you got to be harsh on them because you got to give them that boost that, I'm going to throw you under the bus. You're going to have to figure your shit out. And then once you get it together, if you fall back and need me, I'm here. So I always feel like I always think that it's necessary. It's necessary. For anyone you love dearly, you're gonna have to be tough on them at some point because it's the only time you're gonna be able to give them a jump and a boost from a negative and create a positive. That's how I feel.
And think about the people in your life who've given you tough love. Don't you remember those people?
Yes, that's literally I had a mentor when I was 16 years old. He took me off the street and let me live with him. And then like you said, I tried to take advantage. And he was like, no, I don't care if you're 16. You're paying me rent. You need a job. And then I dyed my hair blonde. He's like, cut that shit off. You're going bald because you can't get a job with blonde hair.
Right. Come on.
And I used to cry. And he was like, I don't care about tears. Go, where's my money? Or you can get the fuck out of my house. But we formed this bond. And like, I follow my Uncle Perry to this day. And like, I talk to him constantly. Like, that's what it is. And ending on that, I'm going to end this segment with, I learned that this week, and I've learned in the last couple weeks, that family and relatives are two different things. Mm-hmm. You can have family who aren't related to you, but when you call them, they're always there. They're always going to have your back. They're always going to have your best interests. And then on the same, and it's like vice versa, you can have relatives who aren't your family at all, who don't know you, who won't be there. So, like, just see who's your family. And it's okay to have relatives who you don't consider family. Not saying I don't consider my uncle family, but just, like, this is just what I'm learning. Like, it's okay to detach yourself from your relatives and say, this is just a person. Because at the end of the day, you came into this world alone and you will leave alone. So the people that you have in your life need to be very important to you because this thing called life is very short in a grand scheme of things. So I want to thank you guys for kicking it with me this week. And make sure you follow me on my Instagram now, which is now my name, just as Carlos Dillard. I know a lot of people are confused about that. I changed it. So yeah, follow me on my Instagram. And
thanks for that announcement
for you guys this week. You're welcome.
Woo. All right, guys. Our announcement. So first and foremost, we want to tell you guys about our show that's coming right to you Hold on. I got my notes here. I got mixed up. My bad. Start looking at baby pictures. My bad.
Struggling.
Calling all movie lovers. We're looking for listeners to interact with our newest show premiering May 21st. That's on a Monday. This will be our interactive podcast centered around watching some of the worst movies ever created and giving our funniest, most raw and explicit, I have a list, so sometimes words hard, explicit reviews in true Savage fashion. If you're interested in participating, comment in our send us an email, savageonair@gmail.com, or comment on any of our pages on social media, and watch out for more information. And watch out for information as we get ready to bring you the show on May 21st, guys. We've been getting a lot of great feedback and buzz for it. So, guys, stay tuned. It's definitely something that we're excited about. Our brain trials over here making things happen. Shout out to Doug and Courtney and the Savage team and for making this happen. So let's do it. Our other announcement today, we're giving away $25, not pesos or American dollars, guys, to 2 lucky followers. You want some cash? Simply follow us on Spreaker.com/user/SavageOnAir, and you will be entered to win $25 in an SMR t-shirt. First of all, you'll be one of the first to get this SMR t-shirt. Our swag is brand new, hot off the press. Come on, Courtney. Listen, exactly my point. It's hot off the press, y'all. It's still in the press right now being made. That's how great it is. So $25, you'll get $25 in the t-shirt. The winner will be announced at random, and you got to be in it to win it, y'all. So make sure you follow us today. Also, if you're an artist and you want to have your music featured on our Today I'm Still Listening segment, please let us know. You send us an email with your name, send us with your social media, send us with your links if you have any links to savageonair@gmail.com so we can get you in featured on Today's Still Listening with Doug. Also, we're still looking for our boy John Mercer. If you're out there, please send a smoke signal, a flag, anything. Let us know you're alive. Let us know you're alive. Don't do this to us now. Don't make us go FBI style on you and show up at your door. Like, come on. Let us know you're alive. Let us know you're good. We just want to check on you, make sure you're all right. That's it. So if you know what John's whereabouts are, tag him in a post. He don't got Facebook. He won't know. Let us know. Snap a picture of him. Let us know he's all right. And, last but not least in our announcement today, last week, Wednesday, we gave a special announcement to someone who we wanted to reach out to us to be able to clear the air on some things that was put on social media. And it is a week later, and that person hasn't responded to us. A week later, we gave you a chance to respond, to clear our name, clear your name, get things right, and you haven't. So that's the announcement. I don't know what the team's going to do about that right now, but we got a segment to move along to. We're going to get out of these announcements and move over to kicking it with Courtney and Straight Savage. Let's go, Courtney.
I've got a doozy for you guys today. Carlos, you ready?
A doozy.
All right, so normally, you guys are so stupid. Normally, we usually play a game where we play for charity and somebody has to donate to a GoFundMe. Well, I wanted to kind of switch things up because I was bored. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of an interesting story. So I was like, we're going to play a motherfucking game because I feel like having fun. So you guys are going to have the opportunity to win my money. The way it works is Carlos has a lovely list of slightly inappropriate, very inappropriate, and just some kind of friendly questions about me. My favorites, what I prefer, just some crazy shit in between. So what's going to happen is you guys are each going to have 10 seconds to answer the question, and you only get one answer. If you get it wrong, I pass on to the next, and I pass on to the next until the three of you have answered. Every question you guys get right, you get $2 of my money, and whoever wins, meaning whoever has the total highest amount of correct answers, gets an extra $15 on top of that. So I want to make it a little bit interesting.
Cash App right now?
What'd you say?
Oh, wait.
So how we getting this money? Cash App right now?
No, it's going to be PayPal, bitch. So you need to get on PayPal, figure
so
out a fucking email address.
I got one already.
So how much are you paying me? Because I don't get to win. I'm just playing.
Listen, honey. You are my spectator / judge / keeping the peace. You got it? This is a voluntary.
Volunteer.
You don't count. You know the answers already. You don't count.
Plus, you are
volunteer. I refuse. I rebuke that. I do not volunteer for tribute. I'm just playing. I already volunteer.
Too late. So Carlos is going to actually ask you guys the questions. I'm going to sit back, chillax, and keep score. All right, so then at the end, I'm going to tally it all up, and then one of you guys is going to win my money because, as if I'm not already broke enough. But I volunteer as tribute to give my money to the folks that have built this from the ground up with me so I can have a good time. So, Carlos, you
Amen.
can take it away. So, like I said, you're going to give each of them 10 seconds to answer, 10 seconds only. I'm not fucking playing. Don't give them any extra time, Carlos. You got
Okay.
this. You got
This is
this.
real money. You know,
Yeah.
you know how black
Yeah.
people give me money now. Don't play with me.
All right.
All right.
And we're playing.
Wait, establish
What's
an
the,
order
what's,
first.
what,
We
what's
have
the name
Doug
of your
and
game,
Troy.
Coco?
Huh?
What's the name of your game? What's the name of your game?
This is gonna be
Clueless with Coco.
No,
Right.
find out Courtney's shit. Oh
That's
no.
Oh, who
worst
the hell is
name.
Courtney?
That's
Who the hell is
the
Coco?
worst.
First of
It's
all,
cool
y'all
that
be
it's
going
Coco.
back and forth, Coco and Courtney. I don't even know who the fuck I am right now.
So we gonna call this the game inappropriate.
They
Um,
perfect.
Oh,
So we have John, or no, we don't. I'm
We
sorry, we
don't
don't have John.
Who's that?
Casper.
We have Doug and Troy Weeks music,
And,
and we're gonna go on to numero uno.
uh-huh.
What is Miss Coco's bra size?
Ding,
36.
ding, 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 ding,
Doug.
ding. That's
All
Doug.
right, Doug.
Oh.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to say that she's a D.
Okay,
What
but
kind
what size?
of D?
You took my
Double D.
What
Okay,
kind
what
of double
size?
D?
I don't know. That's all I got.
Fucking
Eh.
number. If I
And then
too
Troy
late.
Weeks music. Do you want a chance at this answer?
36 double D.
What the
How the
fuck?
fuck did you know?
How did you
I
know
just guessed it.
that?
Because no. Vic,
Oh,
he looked through
shit.
your-
You wanted
he looked through
numbers.
your- no, Courtney. He looked through your luggage when y'all in Philadelphia. You better watch it.
Right?
No, I just said.
Oh.
No, listen. Let me prove myself. When you listen back to this recording, you're gonna see. I didn't raise my hand because I know we had to. I just said
Mhm.
36D, and then Doug said ring ding ding ding. So listen back. I guarantee you, I already said the answer. Go ahead, get my $2.
I got you. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he.
I'ma
Are you
listen
missing
back.
any bras from Philadelphia?
No, every rap song says 36 double D's. I don't
Yo,
know.
I'm really disturbed. Move on.
That's quite a guess,
That's
dude.
crazy.
I guess. Come on, keep going. I'm ready to go. Let's go. I told you money.
Why are you trying to brush past the issue?
Troy is hungry.
I want this
All
money.
right.
Pampers ain't cheap.
Number 2. What is her pant size?
Oh damn.
Ding
ding, ding.
Okay, Troy.
I'm gonna say 3.
What?
What?
Okay.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you got
You're
me,
trying
son.
to be cute. That was funny.
That was
Doug.
Damn.
polite.
So it's wrong. Shit. Do you tell us the truth if we get it wrong though afterwards?
Doug, did you want to take a guess? No?
Dang, you're going into some dangerous territory there. Whew. I'm gonna say
She asked.
I'm gonna say she's a size. I'm say she's a size 6.
No, I'm not going to tell you guys the real size, but it's in between 9 and 11. And
No, it's
Whoa.
not.
Yes, I am a 10, and I'm proud. I got her.
Boom.
I
There we
got
go. I was going to say the
curves.
size, but I pretty much said if you can count
Dang,
that.
Court.
Yes,
Okay,
I
girl,
got
you wear it
curves.
very well
don't know
because I
what
would
you
have never
Mal.
thought that. I thought I was gonna say 6 at first. I was like, nah. In person, in pictures, pictures add weight to you, but in person, she looks like no. I was gonna say 4, but my spell was saying 3. Never mind. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. I feel
All
proud.
right.
I feel like I'm snatched. I got it like that. Thank you guys.
Moving on to number 4. So far, Troy's only got $2.
And not pesos either.
Number 4. Does she prefer lights on or lights off?
Oh shit. I don't know. Ding ding ding.
Troy?
I want to say lights on because she already seen it all anyway.
Nope. And we're moving on to number 5 because the other answer is the correct one. She prefers the lights off.
I like the shadows.
We look like,
I
oh,
feel
I'm not
like-
going there. Never mind.
I feel like this is this like Jeopardy. Like when you get the wrong answer, you lose the money you have. I
Yes.
feel like that's
no,
how it should
I
be.
won't be that mean.
No.
I won't be
You
that
didn't say that at the
Okay.
beginning. You can't change the rules up, Uno. You can't change the rules on Uno. Come on, don't do that.
I'll be taking niggas' money. Okay, number 5. What is her favorite sexual position?
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Holy guacamole!
Go ahead, Doug. You got this.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Reverse cowboy.
No, you are incorrect. Troy, would you like? To
I don't even
take
know what
it
that
again?
is. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna say she likes the
Dang, I
lights
could have
off.
said.
Wait,
She
what?
likes the lights off. So I'm gonna say.
That's
I
how
would
you're
say-
trying to figure this out.
I would say yeah. I'm gonna say riding it.
What is biting it?
Okay. No, yeah,
Riding
I
that thing.
got that. 'Cause
So would you say like cowgirl or like what was riding it be called?
I don't. Why everybody calls it something different? Riding
See,
that
that's what
thing.
I'm
It's
saying.
like-
On
So
top.
We'll give that to him because it's different. We're in different places, so it may be cowgirl elsewhere. So that I'll give.
So
that
maybe Coco, did you lose a diary in Philadelphia?
Goodbye.
Because Troy,
I was under the bed.
Man.
I was under the bed.
Correct.
Coco, I think you need to close your laptop at
I
night,
know.
man. Troy's figured out how to go through the camera or
I'm
something.
feeling all sticky inside now. It's uncomfortable.
Ajit Pai knows what's going on. Net neutrality. Whoa.
Oh, Jesus.
Alrighty, number 6. What is her zodiac sign?
Oh shit! I don't know that. Mm.
Ding, ding, ding. Taurus.
Nope.
No.
And moving on. She is a
Did-
Virgo.
Wait. What?
Why I didn't get a
Oh
chance?
wait. Why we skip?
No, because that was after the 10 seconds.
Oh.
I didn't get a. Oh, we both get 10 seconds on
No,
one person.
but
gets
No,
10
how are
seconds.
you supposed
you
to
get
get it?
Oh, are they? Oh, I
They
just
both
thought it
get
was 10
10
seconds
seconds.
total.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shit, I play games hard. I like to win.
All right, I give that.
Well, you ain't playing the game, Carlos. You hosting the game, so host the
We
game.
have a lot of questions, so we'll just act like that didn't happen.
Okay. Number 7. What is her favorite type of music?
Reggae. Ding, ding, ding. Reggae.
Nope. Oh,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna give it to
say.
John with reggae because she said Caribbean and reggae.
All those
is
white guys are the
Caribbean.
same.
Fuck John
All
is.
those white guys are the same. All those
That's
guys,
fucked up.
all
Carlos.
those
Oh my
white
gosh.
guys are the same.
Carlos.
They're all fucking same.
It's Doug.
All the
Carry
white
on.
guys are the same. White people of the internet, we're all the same. We're all the same. Fuck.
Yeah.
Doug, good thing all
I-
black people are the same too.
All right, I am gonna give that
You
to
would think
Doug,
after
though.
you would think after 6 months I would get it, but hey, I am who I am.
I'm gonna give that to
Dude.
Doug because that's fair. Because it
I
is
was gonna
part of
say.
it. It was Caribbean music though.
Oh, okay.
Because all white dudes on this. Can we get that on a T-shirt?
Move on. We got 10
Y'all
minutes,
fucked
y'all.
up.
Got some money to rack up.
Hashtag SMR.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we have $4 against $2. Coco, is that what you have for John?
That's what I got.
For John.
I did
For
it on
John.
purpose, Doug. I did it
I
on
know.
purpose.
I know.
Okay, moving on. Favorite food. What's her favorite food, guys?
She likes salad. Ding ding ding.
I'm gonna go with favorite
She-
food.
She's a size.
I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna say she likes Indian food.
Nope. Pizza.
No.
Y'all both lost.
Dang, my spirit said pizza. I should have did it. Oh, I shouldn't have
It's
went
so
against it.
Always
regular.
listen. Always listen to your spirit.
Right,
Always listen to
I've
your
been getting them
spirit.
right thus far. Look at me. Y'all think I'm weird?
All right, number 9. What is her favorite color?
Purple.
Blue.
Nope.
Ding 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 ding. Blue.
You already
too
said
late,
blue, and I
no.
said no.
Yeah, Doug, why did you say the
Jesus,
same
Doug.
answer?
It ain't
He
pink.
said,
She
I-
don't like girly shit.
I got
She don't like
excited.
girly shit.
I got excited.
Blue
It is
is
lime
wrong.
green.
Ding, ding, ding. Blue.
Who the
Which
fuck
is
has a
actually-
favorite color as lime green? Nobody would have guessed that.
I
shit.
don't
Who
know.
the fuck would?
I don't know. That's what I
Who wrote
said.
these
If
questions?
it was green, I
This-
would have gave it to
this-
you.
Oh
no
my
lime.
god, this one I would rather not know.
Too
Let me
late.
say it.
Ooh, shady.
Oh boy.
I'm not shady. I'm just a palm tree.
The whole tree. Come on, tree.
What am I better at? Says Coco. Head or riding?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it them go first because I know she nasty.
Yep.
She like it. I know how she
And
like it. She
Troy
like-
gets $2.
So how many
Alright.
dollars I got? I got
Up
enough
to
to buy a dime bag yet?
$6.
You got $6. You can
Up
buy
to
a meal.
$6.
I could buy some.
Ooh,
Okay, come
he
on.
got money.
Right.
All right, number 11. What is her shoe size?
Oh, here we go.
Ding, ding, ding.
What?
John? Or, Doug, shit.
Size 7.
Damn it! You guys have so
Yeah.
much faith in me. I'm proud of myself.
I'm not done yet. Come on, you give me a chance.
Troy.
9.
Nigga! Courtney, he
Yeah,
stole
I'm
your
getting
shit.
scared.
He stole your shit.
I'm
I don't
getting
give a fuck.
scared now.
Because I feel like she told me something about her shoes when we was walking. She's like, no, I got big feet. I thought she had small feet because she was
This man
small.
knows ways. He knows your bra size, your shoe size.
Doug, don't worry. You're not you're not under the radar. Don't worry. You're not under the microscope.
Please call me John.
We know it's... Shut up, Doug. Stop. You're going to make me do that. Stop.
See, that's what it is. They keep saying his name, and I'm getting
Dude, just refer to me as Cracker. Just go Cracker. And I'm always
Don't. Oh, my gosh, John.
Just
Shut up.
yell.
So, wait,
We are not
NRA.
calling you cracker. We're
to-
not calling you
to-
cracker.
Not to side note, but what do you call an elevator full of white people?
Oh God.
Oh, this is good. I don't know.
A box of crackers.
a box of crackers.
White people in the elevator, box of crackers.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, I'm done. Carlos,
Sorry, guys.
All right,
you can
let's
see
go,
that
let's
tonight
go.
in his stand-up comedy set. Go ahead.
Let's go. Check your shit, Coco, for real.
I know.
Uh,
I'm getting scared.
Troy got that answer right, guys. If you didn't notice, he got that answer right.
I'm winning, baby. What's good? She owe me $100. Come on.
Her favorite animal.
Ooh. Anything.
Kind of hard. Troy.
A lizard.
No.
Ding, ding, ding.
Doug.
Turtle.
Doug.
Turtle.
No. It's a.
I'll give a hint. I'll give a hint.
Carlos
It's a
said hard.
bird.
It's the-
It's a type of bird.
How do you have a favorite
We-
animal? You don't have it in your house. How's your favorite animal?
Shut the
It's a
fuck
bird.
up.
You don't have it in your
Shut
house.
the fuck
Oh,
up and answer
we
your
should
question.
all know this one. What is her favorite sport?
Talking shit.
No.
Basketball.
Fuck you.
Y'all are horrible. She absolutely loves football, and you should know her by now.
Wait, no. She's not talking shit more than watching football. Y'all tripping.
Wait.
So since she loves football, go ahead, Coco.
no, I'm saying.
Listen, all I ever do is talk about football, especially on.
That's-
Y'all don't even
well-
follow me. Y'all don't even
No,
follow
well,
me.
yeah, yeah, that's all she does.
First of all, I ain't never seen you one picture with a football. Let me go back to your last 10 pictures.
I think you're gonna have to do a
segment.
segment. I think you're gonna have to do a sports segment. What year? When do they
That
start
would be
doing
dope.
football?
What happened?
When
Oh,
does
what
football
year?
season start? Yeah, when does it start?
Oh, it's in September. August
Yeah.
preseason. I know my shit.
And they've already drafted.
Boy, you
The
testing
draft
me?
season's already started.
No, I'm saying you got to start. There's the
Oh, no, I
next
really
segment right there.
I know.
Bring
I
it.
love football.
Courtney
Ooh,
doing sports. That would be
yes.
dope.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got some. Wait, how much more time we got?
We got 7
some
minutes.
questions. Okay, we got a lot of questions to go.
7
Let's
whole
go.
minutes. A whole lot more. Oh,
Y'all
I'm
want
some
money? Y'all want money?
Come on.
Okay,
Keep
let's go.
talking about questions.
What is her favorite teams?
You guys are trash.
New Jersey Giants.
What?
No, you're wrong.
Ding, ding, ding.
That.
It's
Yes,
New
Doug.
Jersey New York Giants.
Yes, Doug.
You're gonna go with the Jets.
No.
No, y'all are horrible. The Denver Broncos.
Oh, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
cry.
that.
I'm gonna go
Shit.
cry. Y'all don't listen to a
So-
thing I say.
Who the hell you know in Denver? Nobody. Go ahead.
Number 15.
You're
Oh, that's your maiden name? What is her maiden name? That's a stripper name.
Oh.
Why does everybody
Oh.
say that?
Cherry
That's
blossom.
like you. I will give y'all a hint. Her name's Cece. That's her initial, Cece.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Welcome into the stage.
dirty. That's dirty.
Miss Coco.
Courtney Cook?
Nope.
Very good guess, though. No.
What's a black name
Doug.
with a C?
Cox with an X.
Nope.
Nope. It was
They're
welcome to
done.
the stage, Miss Coco Cage. Cage was her
Cage.
maiden name.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, you both got
Damn,
that
let's see.
wrong.
Might as well say, what's that social security? Then we about to be a buy a house. Come on.
I know, right?
Moving on.
Number 16. What is her social security?
Right? I bet you Troy already know that shit like the back of his hand. What's my number?
783 472. Nah. It was
Number 16. What is her height?
ding ding.
Troy, you should.
5'2".
No.
5'2".
Close. Close.
Close. Doug?
Ding ding ding. 5'3".
Good
Yep.
job.
Doug gets $2.
Yes.
Oh,
we got up to 4.
American, not pesos.
Alrighty. And number 17. What did she major in college?
Communications. Ding ding ding.
Go ahead, Troy. You got it.
Communications.
Ding ding ding. Journalism.
No.
Broadcasting.
No. Business.
No, she has a business. So she's
Suck
in
it
school
dick.
for business. Suck it dick. Nigga, that's what you
Reverse
went to school
rodeo.
for.
He listened to that.
awesome.
Y'all listened to that motherfucking fact. Y'all did.
Oh god. You started out with that. You should have put that as question number 15. You started out with that. That's your fault.
Ooh, can I skip some of these Coco since we're missing some or do you want to go in chronological order?
Oh no, you can skip them. Yeah, we got like
Okay.
4 minutes left.
Come on, need more
4
money,
minutes,
Carlos.
okay.
You're taking too long. You can't host. Come on, take too long. Come on.
All right, would she have sex in a car? Yes or no?
Yes. Ding
Ding,
ding
ding.
ding. Yes.
Oh, and it's a tie.
It's a tie.
Give me $1. Give him $1.
Has
$1
she
each.
ever had? No, whoever gets this one. Has she ever had sex in a car?
Ding
Ding ding ding.
Yes.
Yes.
You
$1 each.
both are wrong. So you both
Yeah.
lose the tiebreaker. No one gets the money.
Oh,
Well, we both get $1 from last time. Don't play. Give us $1.
You guys are stupid.
feel like give my money.
Right.
Would she ever eat a girl out?
Ding ding ding. No.
Ding ding ding.
Yes.
Yes.
Say yes, Doug. I'm gonna tell
And
you why.
this is a two-part question. And has she ever eaten a girl out? You have to answer both. Has she ever and would she ever? Yes or no?
Ding ding ding.
Yes
She
and no.
has not, but yes, she would.
Look at you coming through
Damn.
in the clutch.
I'm gonna give it to John because he answered it right.
Who
correctly.
is John?
John.
Oh,
All white boys are the same. John.
shit.
You
Damn.
need to write it down, Carlos. Write
I
down.
sold my hood. Give me a break.
No,
I'm
okay.
starting to
So
think
you know, all
Carlos
right.
had a thing
You know
for
what?
John.
No, I'll tell you what it is. Because right before the show, I texted Troy, and Troy can be my witness. I needed a
did.
new photo for us, and I was like, "Can you give me one without John?" Because
He did.
every photo I've been trying to get us for our page, for my page, I've been trying to take John out. So his name has been ingrained in my thing.
John
So
is out of the
that's-
pictures, by the way.
I know. I just got that picture because Troy just sent it to me, but I asked him for it.
I just
Because
noticed
John-
because it was in my
John
my
has-
photo app. So I was like, oh, I got
It
this
wasn't
already.
in mine. So he was in my pictures, and his name has been in my thing. I have no weird thing going for John. I have nothing
Anyway, I'm
sexually
putting
for
5
John.
more minutes on this game. Hurry up.
Dang.
I
you just wanna-
can make $10 more. Come on.
Doug, you were correct. Leave me alone, guys. I'm stressed out right now. Okay, I have a lot going on. Right? What's our favorite season? That's an easy one.
Ding ding ding.
Her favorite what? I didn't hear the question. Y'all
Ding,
said-
ding,
Doug.
Winter.
Troy.
Wait, no. Fall.
Yep, you got it right.
She liked the cold, but she don't like it too cold.
Well, it's also sports season. That's when, like,
That-
you know,
thank
football
you,
starts.
Doug. I should have given you a half a point for that, but I can't change the rules.
No, he already said the wrong answer.
Can't change the rule. What is Coco's
Exactly.
biggest insecurities?
Ding, ding, ding. Her anxiety.
Troy. Nope.
That would have been a deep answer,
Doug?
though.
Ding ding ding. Wait.
Nope.
Ding, ding, ding. Her left side.
Well,
It's her left side of her face.
can you specify on weight? Doug, can you specify on weight?
Can I specify on weight? No,
Her
I don't
boobies
really.
are too big.
I think I got it.
Okay.
She's too top heavy.
You know
Okay,
what?
can
You
you
guys gave me
specify
better
on that?
answers.
Right?
What's that? Yeah, she thinks her
the
boobs
co-
are too big.
Nope, you're wrong.
Oh,
Her big arms.
yes, my
Oh.
arm.
Okay.
Why I say
It's
it
the
like
weirdest
that?
thing I know.
What is the favorite asset for a male in her eyes?
His butt. Ding ding ding.
Close, but no cigar.
Ding, ding, ding. Junk.
No.
Junk.
Am
Close,
I
but
really
no
that
cigar.
shallow?
His
She don't
calves.
like
What the fuck?
wing. She likes the thigh.
What
The
is that?
thighs. The
A
thighs,
Ouija
guys.
board? What?
You're
Oh, shit.
retarded.
I said she doesn't like the wings. She likes the thighs.
She likes the thighs.
I have to.
Oh,
It has to be
okay.
tree trunks. My
Get
husband
it?
knows this.
It's a Popeyes joke, okay?
Yes. It's okay. It's okay. They're kind of slow. It's all right. It's all right.
Don't
All
start
right.
no one
So
being
we
Coco.
got
Don't
two
start no
more.
one being
We got time for two more questions.
Don't ask no
Yep.
questions. Just go.
What would she want to be? What did she want to be when she was a kid?
A stripper. Ding ding ding.
No, that's disrespectful as fuck.
For real, Troy? Really? Really?
I'm just kidding because
Too
I
late.
just thought about the.
Too late.
No,
Too
I'm
late.
not
Too late.
You're just
I'm
trying
not
to get
changing
clout.
it. I'm not trying to say. I'm
You're
being
done,
funny because
Doug.
I thought about the
You're
time
done,
she did
Doug. You're
what was
done,
it?
Doug. You're
What
done,
was she?
Doug.
The catfish.
You're
I'm
done,
being funny.
Doug.
Okay, ready? Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
I'm going to say she wanted to be.
I
I
told
bet
you
you
Annie.
this. What?
You wanted to be
See-
Annie from the musical Annie.
No.
was you.
And I even knew this one. She wants to be a musician. You guys don't listen to Real Shit Friday.
A magician or a
Real Shit
musician?
A
A
magician.
magician. Like a magic
A
thing.
magician?
Yes.
Like David
First-
Copperfield?
Yes, that was
Yes.
like my dream for like 9
Wow.
Where do you want to
Wow.
be? First of all, she ain't never even told me that on Free Yourself on Saturday, so that's kind of crazy. She
So
never-
you
we
hurt?
definitely talked
Troy,
about
are
that
you
for a
hurt?
good 30 minutes.
I'm definitely
Real
hurt.
Shit Fridays.
First of all, Carlos, don't come for me because when I was 13, I wanted to be a stripper when I wanted to grow up. I did because I had a big booty at the time because I was a little heavy at the
Ew.
time. So you could want to grow up to be a stripper. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look at it. No, I'm not going to go there because I don't know if Cardi B wants to grow up to
Moving
be a stripper.
on.
I can't. I can't. Go ahead.
The last question.
Drum roll.
If she could, once Savage Media Radio pops off and she can get a surgical procedure, what procedure would she choose?
Ding, ding, ding.
Doug?
Foot reduction.
Who?
Foot reduction. She's going to lop off her toes. Like,
Don't
Ridiculous.
even try
Gonna be like the
anymore,
gonna be like the
No.
Chinese and just put them in one of those small shoes and squeeze them
I
in.
got a chance.
She's gonna get her knees. She's gonna get her knees done. And so she's
What's wrong with
tall.
her knees?
Nothing. That's a white chick's joke.
Shut up.
Listen, let me
Troy?
get a chance. I know she have an issue with the left side of her face. She doesn't like to take cheeks from the left side of her face. So-
Did she have a stroke? Like, what the
No,
fuck?
she never stroke. It's her thing. Everybody has a thing. My left side is my good side. Leave me alone. Is
Yeah,
that
the
the
left
answer?
side's pretty bad, but that's not the answer.
Oh.
Good try though.
Coco,
pay attention.
aka left side. Her, the correct answer is her lip side. She wants to Kylie Jenner that shit.
Yeah.
And just
Why?
get them and walk.
I have no
Why,
lips.
black girl? Why?
I have no lips. I don't.
Put some lipstick on and a little liner. Your black lips will look. They'll be on there. I saw them
She
doing it on
suffers-
YouTube.
She suffers from a rare disease called no lips at all.
There you go.
You have no lips at all.
Shut up.
Thank you, Carlos, for explaining in a
I'd rather have no.
diplomatic
I'd rather have no lipital than no acetol. So leave her alone.
And for all the listeners, I ain't no chunkster. I just got a big ass booty, so size 10 and proud. Boo.
Yes,
I just
there
got
we
a
go.
comment. I got a comment saying, I didn't know you were a chubby chaser. I was like, what?
Woo,
Is
they
it
did it. They
guys?
tried. They
Are
tried.
guys chubby chasers?
No, that's not true. Women can be
No,
too.
that's not true.
I thought the
Women
guys
can
were the
be
chubby
chubby
chaser.
No, there's a
I
chubby
don't know.
chaser portion on Pornhub. It's
Oh
real.
my god. No, I
That's
just
how you
got
know
a
it's real.
burrito. But anyway,
That's how you know it's real.
so you ready?
Yep.
tally is
Alright, so Troy has $12 and
Ooh.
Doug has $8. So Troy gets the $12 plus the $25. That's something dollars, I think like $37. For the winner, unanimous decision is Troy.
Wait. So this is not
Good.
like Wheel of Fortune where the people who lose still get to keep their money?
Oh, he gets his money. Doug gets his money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do. That's very sweet. Can I
do
make a
get
your-
donation? Can I make
Where
a
would you like to
donation?
make your donation?
I'd like to make a donation to Allison Hartson, who's going for Senate up against Dianne Feinstein, and she's a total freaking rock star. I love her. And it's Allison Hartson, just like it sounds. And she believes in all those great progressive things like healthcare for all, realistic gun rights. Just great gal. So please send my money to Allison because she really needs it.
Okay,
And
awesome,
before we
awesome,
continue,
awesome. Shout out
we
to
don't
Allison.
need any- Yes, shout out to Allison, but we don't need any hate mail. This podcast has no political affiliation with any parties.
Boom.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
first-
That's fine too. That's
Look,
fine
yeah,
too.
you need to
Because
put that.
people be like, "Oh, you supporting her? What about the other people? What about?"
Listen, then they can come on the show and express themselves. Don't go on our Facebook talking no crazy shit.
Oh wait,
Let us know in the
I
email.
I
and we
did
can
the
bring you
math
on.
wrong, Troy. I forgot it's $15, so $27. But it's okay. It's okay. Goodbye,
That's pretty good.
That's all right. Yeah, it's better than nothing. I can buy him for whatever you need for baby girl. Don't worry, we gonna buy her
There
next
you
dress.
go.
I can buy my mother stuff for Mother's Day. Go ahead.
Doug, does Allison have a tag? Like a hashtag that she's
it's
going by?
it's Allison Hartson. So ALISON HARTSON.
Okay.
Doug, you need to donate that $8 to a bike alarm. So now that you got
Right?
the 2 locks, put
We
the
just
alarm
blew
on there.
that
So
chance.
So
Yeah, I know.
real quick,
I could have.
But he's
So now
being
when it wants it to go off,
selfless.
it'll
He's
say,
being
"This is Doug Carry On. Step back from my bike."
You were listening to still listening.
there's this mayor that ran for mayor in Atlanta, and you guys know Atlanta is like the world of black bottoms, and she was a black person. And her last name was Bottom, and her tag was "I'll bottom for you," and I think it
Whoa.
did well. I thought that was pretty funny. Since we're talking politics, isn't that the next segment? Are we getting into politics
Yes,
next?
I
No.
was just about to wrap it up after our random banter.
Well,
Anyway.
well, let me ask you guys a question. So we can. The story that I have is kind of long, so I don't want to go too long. Do you guys want me to save my story for next time, and we'll just wrap this thing up?
That's up to you. If you gotta go, if you don't got
I'm-
time for us.
No. I'm here to talk. I'm just saying I don't want to. It's probably going to be another 15 minutes.
That's
so it's
fine.
up to you
That's
guys.
exactly how much time we have. Go.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go real quick. Okay, ready, spaghetti. So the story that I'm going to talk about here has to do with clean energy versus child labor violations. And so the question becomes, we all want clean. It's a serious story. We all want clean energy, right? We want clean energy by way of electric cars and such. But there's an ethical problem that we're facing right now. So here's the story. I'm going to give you a little bit of context. So
Please do.
it's a good story. So basically, there's a mineral called cobalt, and cobalt is basically the component that's used to make lithium batteries for phones and cars and laptops and such, right? And that particular mineral, most of it comes from the Congo. Okay, so the Republic of the Congo, so think in the middle of Africa and then in the southern part of the Congo. Boom. So right now, I guess you could say just regular people become their own like miners and diggers, and they dig these 65-foot shafts into the earth to grab these rocks out of the ground, right? So what's happening right now is in this area of the Congo, it's kind of like a gold rush, and everybody's scrambling, making these makeshift mines in order to grab these products because they sell them on the black market. Okay. Now, residents in these neighborhoods, and some of the neighborhoods are a little bit more like not quite tent towns, but a little bit more like shanty towns. They're using their homes and they're drilling right through their kitchen floors so they can have what they call artisanal mines. They can build their own mines, right? Way down into the earth. So in 2017, 58%, so almost 2/3 of all the cobalt in all of the world for all of the cars and all of the phones, all the cell phones, comes from this region. Okay, so the price is basically quadrupled over the last 2 years, right? And all the product basically is coming by hand. But the issue that's coming to light right now is the fact that they're using kids to mine the cobalt. And so it's becoming a really big, so it's starting to violate child labor laws, which I'll get into a little bit later. So right now, Apple stopped sourcing from the mines last year, and they opted basically to use more regulated mines that had a little bit more transparency of the supply chain. Sure.
Doug, can I say something? Okay, so
sure.
I volunteered for a nonprofit for several years, and I'm gonna let you guys know the Congo has no child labor laws. Like a lot of these third world countries don't have child labor laws. But what I did learn is when we visited these third world countries is that when big companies like that, there's a reason why these children are working. It's because maybe their father or mother died of AIDS, or they literally have no other choice but to work just to get food, because they're not like they're working. It's not like American. When people tell these stories, you think of it as like American children, like they're working instead of going to school. There is no school. Like they're working to feed their family. So when companies like Apple, like you said, they say we're not going to work with these people because we don't like the way that their children are mining the cobalt, then those children are not getting fed. Like that's literally their job. So is Apple going to go back and be going to take care of those kids now, that since they're not going to buy the cobalt from them? Like this is where I kind of get upset, because I'm like, yeah, I understand the humanitarian side, but what about these families who just need help from their children,
Carlos,
just so they can feed their families?
It's not even about humanitarian. It's about their image. They don't want their image tarnished by having this product that was sourced that way. That's the only thing. It's not. I don't even think it has to do with being humanitarians and caring or giving a shit about these poor children. I think it's just they don't want to look bad, and that's what infuriates me, because I think it's kind of on that side of things, because they've been criticized for being that way before, kind of just putting their own image and their PR above it all. So that's what kind of upsets me.
Yeah, it is one of those things where we are right now, we have to ask ourselves the question. And again, I don't have the answer. I'm just trying to point a little bit of light on it. The question is, would you drive a Tesla or a Chrysler or a BMW, an electric car, right? Fill in the blank, whatever. Would you drive it? And would you purchase that product knowing that there was child labor used in order to collect the cobalt? Or is it something where it's like, I guess maybe there's no kind of like ethical question. That's just something
I think yes, there is. Would you that there is an excellent question. Would you rather this child go homeless and hungry, or would you rather them take the cobalt and have and actually make sure that they have some type of way to feed their family by buying that Tesla and making sure that they do have some type of income? That's the way that I look at it. Because at the end of the day, if you say no, then those kids aren't going to get paid. And I know it sucks that kids have to work, but that's just just their world. That's just what it is. It's either work or don't eat.
Right.
And they don't live in America. They don't have food stamps. They don't have programs.
Right. Well, the thing is that I guess that's one of those questions of, you want to be able to help people, and you want to be able to help everybody. And so, like, on the surface, what you're saying, Carlos, I totally agree with, because if you shut it down, then what's that kid going to do in order to feed himself or herself, right? So that's a great question. But the United States, along with Turkey and Germany and several other industrialized countries, signed an agreement basically with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which has these guidelines, which says, again, I'm a manufacturer and I'm in the United States, and I need to make fill in the blank. I need to make cell phones, for example. You've signed basically saying that you're manufacturing products, but that you're going to be very transparent on how the products are being sourced. I mean, that's and so you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But at the same time, these are things that people have already agreed with, that they're going to be able to identify the sourcing of the products that are used in order to make their phones or car batteries or whatever it is. And it's a bit of a double-edged sword in that in the case of the Congo, for example, what they did was they figured out, oh, wow, there's money to be made. So the Congo government partnered up with the Chinese government, and they created a corporation called CDM. And basically what CDM does is, after the product is washed, because it goes through two phases. Phase one, it kind of is pulled out of the ground. Phase two, it's washed, which is incredibly dangerous because it's not washed in factories. It's washed by hand. And so people get, respiratory problems and skin rashes and all that. But what then CDM does is CDM then sells it to the highest bidder, okay? And CDM claims, well, we only can stamp its authenticity, not necessarily the supply chain of where the product came from. And that seems to be one of the big, it's like they turn, they're like, yeah, we sell the product, but we don't know where it came from. Don't ask us about that. So that's a big problem. But it's an ethical issue. So CNN basically decided, I'm kind of pulling some things from a CNN article that I had read. CNN basically had been set up by the Congo government to go down there and to do a story, and they wanted to know what was going on because they wanted to learn more about the supply chain for the cobalt. But before they were even on the ground, the government had said to them, hey, just so you know, there's going to be kids in the mines, and we just want to prep you for that. And so even though they were invited by the government, that was supposed to be this one particular section of the government that was supposed to be the one enforcing these child labor laws, once they found out CNN was doing the story, they tried to block them from having access and tipping them off. So before CNN's crew even made it to the mines, all the kids had scrambled away and left.
Well,
Doug,
why
because they got tipped
them,
off.
Right?
What's
that?
Why
they tried to block them. You know why they tried to block them?
Right?
Because they're not really mining copper, they're mining vibranium, and they're pretending to be a fake poor country, but really they're a really advanced African country named Wakanda. And they have
I'm done.
Yeah. So anyway, that's basically the
you
long
thought
and
I
the
was
short.
serious for a second.
No, dude, I know where you are. But that's, like I said, that's the long and the short of the story. There's some of the companies like Apple and BMW, what they've been trying to do is buying direct from the miners and cutting out the CDMs of the world, the middlemen that don't really know where the supply chain's going. But other companies like Tesla and Chrysler, they can't actually map their supply chains. They're like, oh, we don't know. Oh,
we don't know where this shit's coming.
Yeah, we don't know where this shit's coming from. And then Renault, which makes cars, they still use CDM. So it's just, again, that's kind of the, maybe we'll get now into the question part of the segment, but the reality is we all like these products, but are we okay with the cost in which we get these products? And does it make anybody think twice when we have electronic products that were possibly, built using child labor? So I guess, Carlos, maybe you want to go first, because I think you seem to have some knowledge in the area. Why don't you go first and kind of tell me what you think?
I think that you have to look at the economics of each country.
What are you
really
eating?
See the benefits.
What are you eating?
Sorry, guys. I'm eating Rocky Roads, ribbons of marshmallows, and chocolate-covered almonds, Breyers ice cream. Out of the bucket.
Oh, shit. Is that our
Shameless
sponsor
plug.
for tonight?
Yes, Breyers, hit me up.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I love ice cream, guys. So I think that you have to look at the country. I think that sometimes when we try to be, like Coco was saying, when you're trying to protect the image, you really end up hurting a lot of people. And that's kind of, like I said, I worked for this charity, And we ended up getting shut down because people were like, well, your CEO makes $250,000, but we actually were doing a lot of good work.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like one of those, like, are they a real charity? Are they not? And like, well, I'm a real charity, but we need to get paid too. We're not Mother Teresa. We're not just going around doing this for free. But I think when you start to just take things away and just say, well, I'm not going to buy a Tesla because they use child labor laws, that might make you feel good. But then I think it's then your responsibility to make sure that those jobs and those kids, or maybe you're going to a charity that affects those kids, or maybe you're going directly to go donate to those kids because you're going to be taking food directly out of their mouths.
That's a great point. It's a great point. Troy, what do you think? Are you back from checking on the kid? Are you back? You want to weigh in on this one?
Troy.
He's missing in action.
Oh,
Courtney.
Man. No,
What do you
basically,
think?
For me, I try not to even delve into, where things are sourced and if things are ethically obtained, because it's more like what I don't know won't hurt me. But when I do
Mhm.
But
know,
then
when
it's a slippery slope because then
Yeah.
you're like, where's it? Like it's like it's literally like, well, did they use energy efficient trucks to get
Exactly.
into Walmart? And
It's
then
a never-ending-
did Walmart pay their
never-ending
it's like-
cycle.
It's a slope of like trying to be righteous. Like,
Exactly. It's a lot of work. So like I try to not be aware. Like I try to kind of, stay out of the clear of knowing, these unethical things, because as a person like growing up the way I've been brought up, I don't like things that are unethical, so I try my best to avoid them, but then I know that it's really going to ruin life for me because a lot of things are sourced in fucked up ways, and there's
Mhm.
really nothing we can do about it, and we need
Sure.
consumers. So if we're
So
gonna
Coco,
literally
you still
nitpick-
drinking? You still drinking Starbucks? You still drinking Starbucks?
You know what? I'm not even gonna fuck with Starbucks right now. Not even gonna go there. Not even gonna.
They
go
let
there.
you in there?
Don't use the bathroom.
They let you in there? What?
They're so stupid.
What? They let
Right?
you in there with your
Right?
size 10 shoes? Come on.
Right, for real. Exactly. Like I'm feeling some kind of way, but no, but seriously, like I just try to steer clear because it's gonna fuck my life up, and I'm gonna feel shitty about every little thing I do, everything I consume, everything that I purchase, because everything right now it's just about quick like sourcing things quickly and making a profit, and a lot of that requires a lot of illegal things, a lot of hard labor, a lot of illegal, like a lot of sourcing things in unethical ways, and I just rather not know, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I guess that on my end, I try not to be too much of a consumer, and I just try to, if I'm gonna have a pair of shoes, I'm not gonna have 800 different pairs of shoes, and I know that at least from where I am in Los Angeles, boy, I don't know where you could find a pair of shoes without scratching your head and wondering how the shoes actually made it onto the United States shores. And there are, using the shoe example, there are companies out there that are slightly more ethical in how they approach shoes. For example, Tom's. What they have a program where for every pair of shoes that you buy, they donate a pair of shoes to a kid in need. So I guess it is important, but it definitely makes you. I guess the question really is like, are we aware of how much we're consuming, and do we need all these things? It starts. Do we need? I tend to live my life in a little bit more of a simple way. You know what I mean? But
Which is
for
the best
other
way to
people,
do. So you can
yeah,
avoid all that, avoid all that bad juju on your karma.
yeah.
Okay,
if you can,
So Doug, can I say something real quick? You use Tom's shoes as an example, correct?
Yeah, as an example.
So that is actually, I did a study in college, and Tom's shoes is actually it's considered, if you research it, it's actually one of the worst ways to donate to poor people, because when you look at it, and I actually do a lot of thrifting, one thing that they don't need is shoes. There are so many shoes, like used shoes. They don't need brand new like Tom shoes. And then, to be completely honest, those shoes don't really do efficiently on the terrain. They like some used Jordans will actually be. they're not supportive for what their life, like walking 7 miles to go get water. Tom shoes are not going to help your feet. Like the Jordans and the leftover like nice shoes that are used that the Goodwill sends out.
Yeah.
So Tom Shoes is actually the company has had a little bit of backlash for being like, how efficient is your process? Because giving new shoes to kids who need food or who need clean water, they don't need new shoes. So I just wanted to. I'm like devil's advocate on everything.
Well, no, I think also, what you're saying is absolutely true. Let's go food, for example.
Sometimes I feel like that's something like Coco said. It tries to make people feel better about their purchases.
Exactly.
Like,
sure,
yeah, let me buy these $70 like straw shoes because I'm giving one to a poor person.
Yeah.
I would think again that the best thing would be food, but I know that there's obstacles with that too. Where companies sometimes, even though they want to do the right thing by sending the food and stuff like that, it's complicated. Talk about complicated. I don't know. Maybe the best thing to do is to try to help them have clean water and help them farm and grow things.
The thing is, what we need to do, and this is what I learned about working with charity. We need to look at the source of the problem, which is their government and how it's run. That's literally and that's what everyone tries. Like you said, companies try to get food, and then the companies will just like block the food, and they'll just like be like, "Oh, we don't want that food," or they'll take the food and not distribute it correctly.
Right.
So you need to work on the corruption in those countries, and that's just been something that's been going on for years and decades.
Yep. Especially there. That's true. Anyway, that's all I got. That's it's a interesting story. Glad I got to shed a little bit of light. Coco, I don't know if Troy ever came back.
I think I'm closing out today.
Closing it.
All right. Man. Well, I'm going to try my best. But thanks, guys. Thank you for listening. That is our show for today. I had a great time. I learned a lot of shit. I know y'all learned a lot of unnecessary shit about me. We're all one big happy family.
Yeah.
Troy went to go hide the evidence that he was stealing your shit in Philadelphia.
Yes. Me and him are going to have a long chat. But no. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed our, new formation that we got going on here. I certainly am. It's always a good time talking with these guys. John, we need you. Please come back. We keep saying your name. We are throwing it out in the universe. Please let us know you're okay. But tell them what you need, guys.
There he is.
I'm here.
Oh, Troy.
I have to change the baby's diaper. Sorry.
Listen. You know what? I already handled my shit. I got it.
I saw you on my phone. My back pocket was like, I'm like, oh, okay. Am I in trouble?
You want to give us our send off?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do each and every week, each and every show we try to do the same thing each and every time, the Savage way. So without further ado, stay savage.
Stay savage.
Bye. Until next time.